So this customer has bought some bracelets. I'm just checking them for size. Yep, definitely they're two different sizes. Occasionally a bracelet can end up in the wrong stock. These two are citrine. Citrine is best known for bringing happiness and sunniness to you. I mean, such a cheery colour. It's also a stone that, in my opinion, builds your solar plexus or cleanses your solar plexus and builds it in a healthy way. And your solar plexus is your belief in self. Some people argue it's the same. Well, it doesn't matter. This crystal is going to work with both. And it's also going to work with the beliefs that you've got around who you are and are you good enough. And most of the time when we're not manifesting money, it's because we've got bad beliefs about ourselves. I always take all the price tags off. You never know if someone's going to give it as a gift. Can't always tell from the order if it's been addressed to the recipient. This is pyrite. It's said to be a defending stone. And people talk about it being grounding and protecting. I'd have to say my first experience of pyrite, it did neither. But again, it's a stone that makes you feel more positive about things. And again, I feel it's just slowly working, open your hip energies, your knee energy, to just help you sink better into the ground. But as I said, when I had a bright sparkly cluster once to try and help me ground, I was feeling quite out of sorts. I didn't find it did the job. So you can find sometimes that a crystal and you aren't quite agreeing. Maybe it's got to do with the shade, maybe it's got to do with the shape. So don't feel bad if your experience with the crystal is not the match of someone else. Now, pyrite particularly has a bad tendency to chew through elastic, so I've added an extra elastic. The card for the business. My little inner child loves helping me in the business with putting on the stickers, picking the stickers, putting them on. Obviously these have become in, these are definitely going to another person. I don't know if it's a partner in the house or someone separate, so I'll give 2 lots of cards for each. A mistake people often do when they're using bracelets is that they try and play sports in them. Go swimming, go dancing, go jogging, and elastic is elastic. It's not very strong. So if you want to keep your jewelry with you, take it off and put it in a pocket. Otherwise the elastic will just, bounce, bounce, bounce. They're also never perfectly smooth inside, because if you saw the process of drilling holes in beads, you'd understand. It's actually quite a difficult process. So if you're going to use your crystals every day, then possibly leave them at home for your sports event, for your sporting activities, or as I said, put it in a pocket. Just a little bit of gift wrapping to hopefully make the experience of receiving this a little more exciting. I'm going to put a bit of extra bubble wrap around because I always try and recycle all my plastic. Okay, so I try and reuse all my wrap. So I'm just going to put it in a box with also bubble wrap to just give it some extra protection. A bit of recycled paper as well. Okay, so we'll pop it in a bag like this. Yes, we use plastic because it's all supposed to be recycled plastic or plastic that breaks down, but it's the only way that we can ensure that when this parcel arrives at your door and it's been raining somewhere along the route, that you haven't got a soggy mess.